Hi guys, my name is iPhong and welcome to iTalk. This is an important topics I really want to talk about today, and I want to make these talking videos for a while now because what happened in Vietnam at the moment is unacceptable. But before I'm going to talk about it, I want to explain to you guys and girls why I use a scene from Takopi original scene for the thumbnails first, so you guys and girls won't get confused. And I also want to talk about Takopi original scenes a little bit, and then we're going to talk about what's happened in Vietnam at the moment. So yeah, what is the Takopi original scene? Before we get into there, and at the very beginning of all episodes of Takopi's original scene, there's going to be a disclaimer, there's going to be a warning. And I can say the same for these videos as well. So if you have weak heart condition or having bad mental health, like having depression or not living thoughts, please prepare your mentals. Prepare ahead for yourself before watching these videos, alright? I don't want you guys and girls to do something rash. And also, if possible, you can reach out for the hotlines if you're feeling down, or if you feel like there's no way out. So like there's a hotline. You try to reach out as much as you can, because you only live once, and I know it's full of pressure in our everyday life, but yeah, like there's so much thing you can do when you're still alive. So try to remember that, and also don't forget about your family. Don't forget about your friends. Always remember that you're not alone. If you're feeling down, you can talk to your family, talk to your friends, and try to seek as much help as you can. Go seek help from therapists. Go seek help from psychiatrists. Do everything as much as you can, and always remember that you only live once, and you're not alone. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very tough topics to talk about because I don't have a good mental health, and I also got the school bullied when I was a kid. But we are not going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about first Takopi original scene, and then talking about what is going on in Vietnam at the moment, because it's unacceptable. I got so angry, not just me but also the entirety of Vietnamese netizens, because that's a wake-up call. It's nothing new, but it's still a wake-up call. Like we need to do better. So let's talk about Takopi original scenes a little bit. Besides from having Takopi original scene, the animes got nominated for the 10 Crunchyroll's Anime Awards. Originally, it came from the mangas by Tyson 5, and I'm not gonna lie, the storyline was phenomenal. And it's similar to Doraemon, and kind of a little bit re-zero, because it's going back and fix what you did wrong. So how is similar to Doraemon? Well, there's alien characters, to be exact, Happyans, in Takopi original scene, and yes, that alien name is Takopis. And I'm not gonna lie, up until this day I don't know Takopi if it's male or female, but I'm just gonna say that Takopi is a alien, a Happien, um, and that creatures comes to Earth and yeah, help humans who are feeling down. The same thing as Doraemon, like it's a robot cat, and yeah, of course, that robot cat names Doraemon as well, and trying to help kids who's in troubles with the catches in his pouch. But let's go back to Takopi's original scene. So the alien meet a girl named Shizuka Kuse, or Kuse Shizuka, and the first half of the first episode, yeah, things going alright, and then the scene change in the middle of the first episode, then boom, like there's a lot of red flags that hint the audience like what is going on, but Takopi's the alien Happians, and the aliens doesn't understand the Earth cultures, and is from the planet Happy or planet Happy, or I can say that it just or what Takopi's only know is happy and don't understand what happened to the surrounding. So when after that scene change, then when Takopi's the alien are happy and find out what happened to the girl, I cannot say exactly what happened because it's very sensitive. Very sensitive. Also, yes, Takopi also have gacha as well. Takopi skipped the girl ribbon of friendship. And what Takopi didn't expect is the girls use the ribbons to yeah, I cannot just say exactly what happens. This for the sake of these social medias, I cannot say exactly what happened. And Takopi's used the cameras and to go back and find out what happened, and later find out that school bullyings. And at the end of the first episode, the reason why school bullying happens is because of parents. That's the best I can say for now. Because I cannot review or spoil too much about the animes because I know what happened in Japan. There's a person writing a blog and wrote a review about animes, and the anime studio dislike it and decide to file charge, and it's not looking good. Which is understandable because it's really hard to review because everyone has different tastes, but also like sometimes people spoil while reviewing, so it's very tough to say anything about animes right now. The only things that I can say is, yeah, the anime is good, highly recommend, and it's gonna change how Parentings works, I think. Alright, because I know Japan's ban physical punishment to children, to kids. And the animes actually showcase on all of the dark side of what happenings to the parentings nowadays, and also yes, school bullying as well. And I really highly recommend parents, grandparents to watch Takopi original scene with their childrens. I know it's sensitive, but I can say that yes, it deserves to be like PG. Because it's very educational. It shows you the mistakes of parenting. It shows you the consequence. But the main points of the animes is a wake-up call. That if we don't take actions, then this is going to happen. Like we need to do something about it. Even though yes, I have to agree in the final episode, even Takopi's, the Happians, the aliens, we don't know. We don't know. But yeah, that's in animes. But in real life, like small step ahead, and like it cannot change in one day or two. Like need to like build up the habit on try to becomes a better parents, try to becomes a good kids. There's no need for school bullies to exist. There's no need to body shaming exist. There's no need to cyberbullying to be exist. Like there's no need to even hire an assassin just because of different opinions. No, let's not do that. But yeah, like, why am I talking about Takopi original scene? Because yeah, what happened in Vietnam at the moment, currently there are a lot of bad parents in Vietnam. There are a lot of teachers not doing anything. Yes, in Takopi original scene, the teachers did nothing. And also in Vietnam, there are a lot of school bullies. There's a lot of school bullies as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it's unacceptable. I'm very, very upset. But let's go back on what happened. Why this exists. So the governments in Vietnam has changed the laws. The toughest punishment for students in Vietnam if they did something bad, it's just a letter of apology. That's it. Just a letter of apologies. Okay, Vietnamese governments, have you ever thought of there are young teenagers actually riding a motorbikes before they gain a driving license, before the age of consent? Have you ever thought of those kids out there? They not just riding a motorbike, but they also I had to use the scissor for example, but it's not actually scissor. It's the pig spears. They were charging motorbikes and they just jousting pig spears. For what? For what? And you telling me that the toughest punishment for kids, for children, for students at school is just a letter of apologies? What happened to the expel punishment? What happened? Like, why don't we just keep the expel punishment? It's been doing so well. Okay? I don't understand what governments in Vietnam are thinking. And mind you, alright, I am fully support the yellow star flags, alright, but there has to be a constructive criticisms. But first, like, there's a question needs to be answered, like why is the toughest punishment is just a letter of apologies? Why? Have you ever seen how rebellious kids in Vietnam? And yeah, speaking of the school bullying nowadays, that there are a lot of I mean recently there's girls, but I can say that scariest school bullying ever, like it still has to be boys. There's boys like in the gas station that he just mind his own business, and then there's a bunch of all the boys with the motorbikes, and they numbers that one individuals. Again, I had to use the scissors instead of a pocket knife. So that individual boys, like he's trying to run back, and then he I don't know if this intentional or accidentally, but he tried to set defense. He backed up and tried to set defense and swing the pocket knife, but yeah, that slit the school bully's throat, and he didn't make it, which leads to the questions that the victims should the school bullies victims deserve to go to prisons or not, because he's been outnumbered. Like there's a lot of boys with the motorbikes gathering around that one individuals, trying to beat him up, and then that one individual tried to back up and then self-defense with a pocket knife, and that slit the school bully's throat, and later even with the hospital bills or clinics bills, no, he didn't make it. But what can the school bullies victims do? What can he do? Because if there's no self-defense, then that one individuals become body bags instead of the school bullies. But the self-defense, yes, I can totally get it, and like you have no way out. Like what can you do? Like if you get school bullies, you become a body bag, but if you self-defense, you go to prisons. Like what do you want that one individuals do? And nowadays that there's a lot of school bullies. Recently that the majorities of it are girls, and the majorities of what happens school bullies happens in the restroom, and I can say the majorities of the school bullies victims being hospitalized, and the government in Vietnam still believes that's the toughest punishment is the letter of apology. That's it. They have to wait for like things gone too far, then they finally change the laws. Like no, the toughest punishment is no longer the expel punishment anymore, but it takes so long finally that the governments in Vietnam totally realize that the toughest punishments has to be getting police involved, which is a good thing, but you could have done it a decade ago. You could have done it a decade ago. Come on now. I'm not gonna lie though, yes, the Copyright Act is being annoying, but yeah, what the governments in Vietnam should focus on the most is trying to cancel school bullies more seriously. And the same things for canceling bad parents as well. Let's talk about what happened in Vietnam at the moment. Bad parentings. Or even like, I feel like, I don't think this is new, but we are currently living in an era that parents don't want to parent anymore. Alright? For those who don't know, the age of consent in Vietnam is 16 years old. And I also I currently live in USA, and I also try to find out how parenting works in the other country in Southeast Asia. Yes, there are a lot of Filipinos people in USA at the moment. There are a lot of Thai people currently live in the USA at the moment. There are a lot of Japanese people who currently live in the USA for a moment. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm currently live in USA, and I actually like try to find out like the cultures of where they originally came from. What's the culture in Thailand? What's the culture in Philippines? What's the culture in Indonesia as well? And what's the culture in China? What's the cultures in Taiwan? What's the culture in Japan or Korea? How's the parenting works there? And the majorities of what I find out, and I can say that yes, this happens very common in Asia, that when the kids reach the age of consent, the parents has the right to kick the kids out and let them live independently. I mean, yeah, I can understand that, but not everyone can handle that pressure, you know. But seriously, yes, I can actually see the warnings, the red flags ahead that parents don't want to parent anymore. They want to get rid of the kids as soon as they can. That's what it feels like. And even though that when kids not reach their age of consent yet, there are parents out there that willing to beat up a 2-year-old kids, or like 4-year-old girls. Yeah, 2-year-old boys, or like oh, man, I'm not gonna lie, that's not a kid, that's a baby. Alright, like that's the worst parents that I have ever seen on news. Yes, it's been called out by VTV. Yes, we have bad blood against VTVs because and the usage of AI, but yeah, their job is just to spread the news or report the news. And when we see the news of parents beat up a 2-year-old boy, thank God he's still alive. But my God, there's our parents, they are lower than animals. My God, there are some animals, they live together, like they sometimes they stay loyalty, you know. But my God, humans hurts humans, huh? And yes, of course, police take actions, but the damage has been done. Look at the bruises on that babies, the 2-year-old babies. I don't think I can say that the 2-year-old kid anymore. It's a baby. Why would you? That is not all right? That is not all. There are parents out there, they beat up the 4 years old girls. Unfortunately, not as lucky as the 2 years old boy. The 4 years old girls didn't make it. Yes, the physical can actually end a kid's life. Alright? That is just not end there. There's a teenage girls. I don't know who's the fathers, but she bore a baby in the restroom and thinking that I cannot be a mother's and decide to end the baby's life. This, this is terrible, alright? And yeah, there are parents. They still at school. Parents still at school. I can say exactly high school. Parents still at high school. And you telling me, governments, you telling me that the toughest punishment is just a letter of apologies? This is not okay at all. This is not okay at all. There are a lot of cases in Vietnam nowadays. A lot of cases about bad parentings, about school bullying, and I know, yes, governments in Vietnam finally realized and changed for the better, that the toughest punishment is now having police involved. Not just expel punishment, but having police involved. And I think it's prison time. It's not just pay fine, pay for the damage anymore. It's prison time because it's assault. You know, it's assault. All right. Like back in the day, in the past. Yes, of course, there's like street fighting, school bullying, not just inside school but also outside school as well. But there are pranks that is absolutely dangerous, and I see very few people are calling it out. It was this prank, alright? You put either pens or scissors or any pointy objects on the chairs when they are about to sit down. That is literally assault, alright? That is literally dangerous. It can actually destroy someone's life. And also that happens to me before, but it's not the pen. It's not the sharp objects. It's people chewing gums, and when they finish chewing gums, they gonna either put it on the chair when they're about to sit down, or they are gonna put it at the back of the chair, because yes, there's like a back of the chair when you sit down, so we can actually lean back. But my God. When I was in secondary school, when I was in primary school in Vietnam, people keep spamming me dirty right in my face because I bite my nails. And yes, I absolutely agree that yes, is dirty is a way of saying that I'm not confident. But mind your own business. When we grow up, we realize that yes, that is bad, but it's his habit in my blood. So what can I do? But still, like there is no need to just point finger at other peoples and bullies. There's no need for that. All right. And not just in real life, in the internet as well. There's no need to cyberbullying. I remember back uh, when I was in secondary schools, and yeah, the majorities of Vietnamese people they use Facebook, and I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I create the social media accounts back then is for schoolworks or for talking with teachers or classmates. But what I didn't expect is, yes, there's cyberbullying. There's gonna be classmates out there. They trying to matchmaking and like the boys who got bullies the most in class, but and then matchmaking with the girls who get school bullies in class the most. There's no need for that, all right? There's no need for that. And yes, I blocked them. I it's been a long time since I haven't talked with my classmates, and honestly, right now I don't really care because I want to move on. And yes, I didn't have a perfect school life, and to be honest, I mean, even though I do actually like interact with girls more often than boys because I believe that and it's more peaceful, you know. Like I don't have to deal with like school bullying, but I can actually um, just a normal talk, just a normal friend talk, and that's it. It's more peaceful. But still, like I do believe that there's boys back in my secondary school and life, and it's actually nice. I'm not gonna lie, like they actually like I can have a decent friend talk with them, and I don't have to deal with school bullies back in the school years. Which is, yeah, I still believe that people grow, people matures, and stop bullying at some points. But yes, I have to agree. There's sometimes bully has gone too far, push me to the trash bin area, or even like strangles my neck to the point it shows marks. The teachers finally take actions when they actually see injury. And yes, I got threatened to be unalive with a scissor as well. Back in primary school and secondary school. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, I was a school bully's victim. And the majorities of people believe that telling the teacher is not the solution because it's coward. And I also appreciate that the gaming communities actually tells me that, hey, that's not a wrong thing to do at all. I still remember that there's Vietnamese also players. I'm not gonna say his name. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I am gonna keep it privacy matters. But yeah, something's sad going around in his life, and I want to find out what is going on. And then later when he feels better, and it's a normal friendly chat to each other, and we all share stories, and I appreciate that the people actually is telling me, hey, it's nothing wrong to tell the teachers. Alright? When school bullies happen to your life, teachers must have the responsibility to stop it. Yeah. Stop the school bullying. That's the teacher's responsibilities. Not just dealing with the paperwork. No. Teachers also have responsibilities to check out the students and make sure that they have good attitude. Stop the school bullying. Alright? And yes, also they also have to make sure that the students have good grade as well. But yeah, still, attitudes matter more than grades. That's why I believe in. Yes, it's true that you have to have the passing grade. But I believe that yeah, just don't hurt others, and everything will be fine. But yeah, honestly, cyberbullying is actually scary. It's even scarier that not just cyberbullying, but also there's going to be people making AI. Yes, the usage of AI is still being supported by the Vietnamese governments, unfortunately, and they start to use the face from others and then insert into the adorns contents videos. Yeah, that's literally how people being an absolute a-hole, cyberbullying others by using AI, stealing their face. Yes, like the face is everywhere in social medias nowadays, and then they're gonna use that face, and then they're gonna replace and the face from the originals, the adorns videos, and then yeah, that should be illegal. That should be illegal. They not just do that for adults, they also do that for young teens. They even do that on babies. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, I support on the governments, like yeah, protect the children's and prevent the children to be on social medias. But at the same time, I actually disagree on that, because it's still jobs for parents. Alright, still, yes, it's to protect the children on social medias, but there's a side effect. Alright, I can say that it is a side effect. I mean, yeah, like most governments all around the world thinking that they banning children underage on social medias. Yes, is to protect the children, protect them away from AI usage on cyberbullying. But at the same time, there's no need to do that. Governments, it's the jobs for parents. Parents has to do the jobs. Alright. But still, I can see the risk because of the cyberbullying that happens nowadays. But not just that. There's also people come out the way to plan things to massacre others, or even hire a hitman to harm others as well, just because the opinions differs, which is illegal. Should be illegal. Absolutely illegal. And this is not good. This is not looking good. Not just in Vietnam, but also around the world as well. This is not looking good. And yeah, this is a wake-up call for not just parents out there, but also for kids as well. And I think like the governments in Vietnam currently trying to do better. Like I think governments in Korea, like they're gonna track down if there's any history of school bullying. They're gonna have a harder times to find a job in the future. And yeah, I absolutely agree. Vietnam should do that as well. And yeah, the the toughest punishment has to get the police involved. That I absolutely agree. And yeah, governments in Vietnam, they trying their best to do better, but I have to agree. Yes, they should have done that a decade ago. But we'll see what's going to happen say in the future. Will they actually do it, or they just talk to talk and not walk the walk? But I still believe in governments in Vietnam, even though yeah, there's some stuff that we dislike and we need to make a constructive criticisms about it. But still, I fully support the yellow star flags. Alright, I currently live in the USA, and yes, money is currently tight. Even though yes, I am in the middle of family business now, but yes, money is very very tight. Like not everyone can buy a subscription from the official anime streaming apps. But yeah, there has to be a discussion to talk about this. That's what the internet's for, right? If you have different opinions about it, the comment section is down below. Feel free to talk about it. Let me know what you guys think. Will Vietnam will improve? Will there be less school bullying? Will there parentings will improve? It's the future, we never know, but yeah, what happening right now in Vietnam is a wake-up call. We need to wake up. We need to do better. We need to parent better. Parents need to do the jobs. Parents needs to be protecting the kids. Governments sometimes like you step out of this. Alright? I can totally understand you try to protect the children away from cyberbullying with the usage of AI, but there's a side effect, alright? The children will have culture shock, and they gonna not knowing what is going on the internet, what happens around us, the news, and they want to show up their talents. Like for example, there's a lot of kids out there, they play Tetris very well, but they don't have much opportunity to show it around the world. They not have much opportunity to show it to the world. So yeah, give them a chance. Alright? Sometimes governments, you step out of this. Yes, I know your intention to protect the kids, but there's a side effects. You need to be careful. Alright? And when you realize that you actually hurt kids more than protecting the kids. The kids' jobs supposed to be the parents' jobs, alright? The grandparents' jobs as well. And for the kids out there, say no to school bullying, please. There's no need for it. Just because our opinions differs doesn't mean you have the right to punch other people. Doesn't have the right to get the whole group numbers, one individuals, and carry them to the flag post, and then you should not do that. Alright, you should not do that. I still remember that one. You should not do that. And the final message to the governments in Vietnam. I'm saying this not because I hate Vietnam. I love Vietnam. I love the yellow star flags. But sometimes you need to listen to the citizens. There's constructive criticisms. And I think it's better for you to differentiate what is bully filming, what is evident filming, because creating a laws of finding or putting prison to people who are filming the evidence is not good enough. You have to do investigations to see if the person who filmed the school bullying is actually bully filming or evidence filmings or not, because without the evidence, without the clips on the internet, then yeah, they just gonna keep going on bullying until that one individual's gone away from Earth, and it's not looking good at all. So governments in Vietnam, please, you have to do investigation further, deeper on school bullyings and bad parentings as well. Like, there's no need to create a law to find people that filming school bullyings. There's no need for that. You have to do investigate. You have to find the people who actually bully filming. You will need to put them in prisons. You don't find the people who film for evidence. You don't punish people for filming for evidence. You don't do that. Alright? And I hope you guys and girls having a wonderful day, and feel free to leave as much comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know your honest opinions about this. Will Vietnam will improve? Will Vietnam improve? Man, I wish there's no one at all still on the internet, by the way.